I'm afraid of burnout. I'm afraid of it because that would mean that I've pushed myself to a point where I can't create anymore. As if the well within my creative soul has just dried up. And that scares me. I don't feel like I've gone as far as I thought I should. And, I feel like I have more to offer. I feel like there are more ideas in my head, more dreams, and more creative ideas that I want to do, but I don't seem to have the oomph to produce it. I think creators oftentimes get to the point where they do burn out, and they don't stop because they feel obligated to continue. They feel like they don't have the option to stop creating. Whether they're doing this for a living or doing this for a hobby, they don't feel like they can just say, I need to stop. I need to take a break. I need to take a month off and rejuvenate. And I think that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that I don't have the option right now because I am a small creator, and every time a small creator takes a break, it's almost like a signal, a death toll ringing that this channel is dead. At some point, I want to do this for a full-time career, a full-time living. But if I can't find myself able to create, then am I worth doing this full-time? And what if I do burn out? And honestly, I think that's an unfair assumption. An assumption that as a small creator, we can't take breaks because if we do, people just vanish. Or that all of those who are fans, our community, our people will suddenly just decide, hey, you know what? I don't need this anymore. I don't need this person. I can just disappear and take off because they did. And then we fear that when we do come back a week or 2 weeks, a month, nobody will show up. And I think that's unfair for me to think that I can't take a vacation, to take a break, to take a step back, to rest, sleep, heal, and then to assume that after I return from the break, that nobody will show up for my next video or live stream. So to my creative friends, I want to encourage you to take breaks. Schedule yourself so that you can take a couple weeks off and when you start to get tired. As creators, we can't create when we're tired. We can't have a clear vision in our mind if there's nothing but fog. If our hearts have been broken by life's turmoils, we can't pour it into something that's going to be engaging, interesting, or life-changing, or even funny. And to my community, my people, I want to say I trust you. Because if and or when I decide to take a break, I'm not worried that you're just going to suddenly disappear and never show up again. So, I'm not going to disappear just randomly and not communicate. I'll let you guys know that when I'm getting tired and I need to take a break, I'll let you know. And I hope and I pray and I trust that you guys will support me and encourage me along the way and not forget that I'm here. But until that day, remember, stay hardcore.